Question. When did Canada become the official name of the country? A. 1799. B. 1773. C. 1791. D. 1758. The answer is C. 1791. Question. In which province are more than half of Canada's aeronautics and space industry located? A. Saskatchewan. B. Ontario. C. Quebec. D. Manitoba. The answer is C. Quebec. Question. Which was the first province in the Empire to move towards the abolition of slavery? A. South Canada. B. Upper Canada. C. North America. D. Lower Canada. The answer is B. Upper Canada. Question. Which of the following is a non-Canadian not allowed to do? A. Leave the country at will. B. Contact his or her MP. C. Take the Canada Citizenship Test. D. Vote in federal and provincial elections. The answer is D. Vote in federal and provincial elections. Question. Who can ask you about whom you voted for? A. No one. B. Any other Canadian. C. Your local MP. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is A. No one. Question. What are the two principles upon which Canada is founded? A. The supremacy of God and the rule of law. B. The supremacy of God and freedom of speech. C. The supremacy of law and the rule of God. D. Mobility right and the rule of law. The answer is A. The supremacy of God and the rule of law. Question. To what ocean is Newfoundland closest? A. Atlantic. B. Pacific. C. Labrador. D. Arctic. The answer is A. Atlantic. Question. What is the Okanagan Valley famous for? A. Coal mines. B. Lakes and fishing. C. Fruit orchards. D. Sunrise and sunset. The answer is C. Food orchards. Question. Who invented the snowmobile? A. Alexander Graham Bell. B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. C. Sir Sanford Fleming. D. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward. The answer is B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. Question. What are the three branches of the Canadian government? A. Executive, Senate and Judicial. B. Executive, Legislative and Monarchy. C. Executive, Police and Judicial. D. Executive, Legislative and Judicial. The answer is D. Executive, Legislative and Judicial. Question. Which one of these is the Canadian icon? A. The national flag. B. The crown. C. The snowbirds. D. The arms. The answer is C. The snowbirds. Question. What are the members of the House of Commons also known as? A. Commissioners. B. Members of Parliament or MPS. C. Members of the Provincial Parliament MPPS. D. None of these. The answer is B. Members of Parliament or MPS. Question. Which province was the first to grant voting rights to women? A. Quebec. B. Ontario. C. Nova Scotia. D. Manitoba. The answer is D. Manitoba. Question. Which provinces are connected to Ontario by land? A. New Brunswick and Quebec. B. Alberta and Quebec. C. Steve, Manitoba and Quebec. D. Manitoba and Alberta. The answer is C. Steve, Manitoba and Quebec. Question. Which two are Great Lakes? A. St. Lawrence and Superior. B. Ontario and Okanagan. C. Michigan and Okanagan. D. Huron and Erie. The answer is D. Huron and Erie. Question. Which territory shares a border with another country? A. British Columbia. B. Alberta. C. Northwest Territories. D. Yukon Territory. The answer is D. Yukon Territory. Question. Who represents an electoral district? A. The Commissioner. B. The Governor General. C. The Lieutenant Governor. D. The Member of Parliament. The answer is D. The Member of Parliament. Question. Which sport has the greatest number of registered players in Canada? A. Lacrosse. B. Soccer. C. Curling. D. Basketball. The answer is B. Soccer. Question. What was significant about the Canadian Navy at the end of the Second World War? A. It was the third largest navy in the world. B. It was the fourth largest navy in the world. C. It was the largest navy in the world. D. It was the second largest navy in the world. The answer is A. It was the third largest navy in the world. Question. What are the Metis people a mixture of? A. Aboriginal and European ancestry. B. European and American ancestry. C. American and Indian ancestry. D. Inuit and Indian ancestry. The answer is A. Aboriginal and European ancestry. Question. How is Canada ranked in terms of geographical size in the world? A. It is the second largest country on Earth. B. It is the smallest country on Earth. C. It is the largest country on Earth. D. It is the seventh largest country on Earth. The answer is A. It is the second largest country on Earth. Question. What did the government do to make immigration to Western Canada easier? A. Use the Great Lakes and seaway to prairies. B. Built a railway across the prairies. C. Built a highway across the prairies. D. A and C. The answer is B. Built a railway across the prairies. Question. Which port is the largest and busiest in Canada? A. The Port of Halifax. B. The Port of Montreal. C. The Port of Vancouver. D. The Port of Victoria. The answer is C. The Port of Vancouver. Question: Who started the Marathon of Hope? A. Rick Hansen. B. James Naismith. C. Sir Sam Steele. D. Terry Fox. The answer is D. Terry Fox. Question: Who discovered insulin? A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. B. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward. C. Sir Frederick Banting and Charles Best. D. Dr. Jonathan Hops. The answer is C. Sir Frederick Banting and Charles Best. Question: Who circled the globe in a wheelchair to raise funds for spinal cord research? A. Reginald Fessenden. B. Rick Hansen. C. Terry Fox. D. Gerhard Herzberg. The answer is B. Rick Hansen. Question: How can you contact your Member of Parliament? A. By using social media site online. B. By writing a letter to the House of Commons. C. By booking an appointment over the phone. D. By waiting outside of Parliament building. The answer is B. By writing a letter to the House of Commons. Question: Who is the greatest Canadian hockey player? A. Wayne Gretzky. B. Mark Tewksbury. C. Donovan Bailey. D. Terry Fox. The answer is A. Wayne Gretzky. Question: Who suggested the name Dominion of Canada in 1864? A. Sir Leonard Tilley. B. Lord Elgin. C. LaFontaine. D. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. The answer is A. Sir Leonard Tilley. Question: Where are the Great Lakes? A. Atlantic Canada. B. Manitoba. C. Between Ontario and the United States. D. Northern Quebec. The answer is C. Between Ontario and the United States. Question: What does MPP stand for? A. Member of the Provincial Parachute. B. Member of the Provincial Police. C. Member of the Provincial Parliament. D. Member of the Provincial Publication. The answer is C. Member of the Provincial Parliament. Question: In what year were the Aboriginal peoples granted the right to vote? A. 1960. B. 1790. C. 1950. D. 1632. The answer is A. 1960. Question: Which province is Canada's largest producer of hydroelectricity? A. British Columbia. B. Manitoba. C. Ontario. D. Quebec. The answer is D. Quebec. Question: When was the Canadian Pacific Railway finished? A. Late 1600s. B. Late 1700s. C. Late 1800s. D. Early 1700s. The answer is C. Late 1800s. Question. Which of the following is the highest court of Canada? A. Provincial Court. B. The Small Claims Courts. C. The Supreme Court. D. The Federal Court. The answer is C. The Supreme Court. Question. Which of the following was invented by Alexander Graham Bell? A BlackBerry. B. Fax machine. C. Telephone. D. Internet. The answer is C. Telephone. Question. When were female Canadian citizens over the age of 21 granted the right to vote in federal elections? A. 1933. B. 1928. C. 1818. D. 1918. The answer is D. 1918. Question. Who is Canada's head of state? A. The Premier of Canada. B. A hereditary sovereign queen or king. C. The Governor-General. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is B. A hereditary sovereign queen or king. Question. Which is the Canadian province with the largest population? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Nova Scotia. D. Alberta. The answer is A. Ontario. Question. Which province is Canada's leading wheat producer? A. Manitoba. B. New Brunswick. C. Alberta. D. Saskatchewan. The answer is D. Saskatchewan. Question. What does MA stand for? A. Member of the National Aid. B. Member of the National Association. C. Member of the National Airline. D. Member of the National Assembly. The answer is D. Member of the National Assembly. Question. What is Canada's system of government called? A. Dictatorship. B. Parliamentary government. C. Military rule. D. Communism. The answer is B. Parliamentary government. Question. If the government loses a confidence vote in Assembly, they A. Call for by-elections. B. Can continue. C. Do nothing. D. Must resign. The answer is D. Must resign. Question. How many provinces and territories are there in Canada? A. 8 provinces and 3 territories. B. 10 provinces and 2 territories. C. 9 provinces and 2 territories. D. 10 provinces and 3 territories. The answer is D. 10 provinces and 3 territories. Question. Who invented the sport of basketball? A. Canadians. B. French. C. Germans. D. Americans. The answer is A. Canadians. Question. Which of the following describe two responsibilities of federal government? A. National defense and foreign policy. B. National defense and firefighting. C. Citizenship and maintaining highways. D. Healthcare and education. The answer is A. National defense and foreign policy. Question. Who was Sir George Aiken Cartier? A. A railway lawyer in Montreal. B. The first French-Canadian Prime Minister. C. The first head of a responsible government. D. Canada's first Prime Minister. The answer is A. A railway lawyer in Montreal. Question. When was the current flag of Canada raised for the first time? A. 1921. B. 1965. C. 1949. D. 1892. The answer is B. 1965. Question. What does CPR stand for? A. Canadian Pacific Railway. B. Canadian People Railway. C. Canadian Public Road. D. Canadian People Resource. The answer is A. Canadian Pacific Railway. Question. What is a part of our heritage under the Canadian legal system? A. Freedom under law. B. Democratic principles and due process. C. Rule of law. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Question. Where do Inuit people live? A. Ontario. B. Reserve land. C. In scattered communities across the Arctic. D. Prairie provinces. The answer is C. In scattered communities across the Arctic. Question. When was Canada's first financial institution opened? A. Early 16th century. B. Late 19th century. C. Late 18th and early 19th centuries. D. Early 18th century. The answer is C. Late 18th and early 19th centuries. Question. How many Canadians served in World War II? A. More than 1 million. B. Less than 500,000. C. About 900,000. D. About 500,000. The answer is A. More than 1 million. Question. When asked who must you tell who you voted for in a federal election? A. A police officer. B. Your employer. C. An Elections Canada official. D. No one. The answer is D. No one. Question. Who were the first Aboriginal people living in Canada? A. American and British. B. Spanish. C. French and Chinese. D. Indians, First Nations and Inuits, Eskimos. The answer is D. Indians, First Nations and Inuits, Eskimos. Question. How many levels of government are there in Canada? A. 10. B. 5. C. 13. D. 3. The answer is D. 3. Question: From whom is Canada's tallest mountain named? A. William Logan. B. Louis Riel. C. Terry Fox. D. Wayne Gretzky. The answer is A. William Logan. Question: What are the parties that are not in power called? A. Tea parties. B. Opposition parties. C. Rival parties. D. Opponents parties. The answer is B. Opposition parties. Question: Who is the King's representative in Canada? A. The Premier. B. The Prime Minister's spouse. C. The Governor-General of Canada. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is C. The Governor-General of Canada. Question: What happens when the federal government loses a confidence vote? A. An election is called. B. The official opposition party takes power. C. The Prime Minister loses his job. D. The Prime Minister is no longer the leader of his party. The answer is A. An election is called. Question: In which type of industry did most early European settlers work? A. Fur trading. B. Oil. C. Gold mining. D. Hunting. The answer is A. For trading. Question: Since when has the protocol for the amendment of the Canadian Constitution existed? A. 1962. B. 1982. C. 1885. D. 1972. The answer is B. 1982. Question: Who led an armed uprising and seized Fort Garry? A. John A. Macdonald. B. Louis Riel. C. Sam Steele. D. Georgette Cartier. The answer is B. Louis Riel. Question: What is the other name for a trial court? A. The Court of Queen's Bench. B. The Federal Court. C. The Provincial Court. D. The Small Claims Courts. The answer is A. The Court of Queen's Bench. Question: What is the tenure of the Governor-General? A. 4 years. B. 6 years. C. 5 years. D. 7 years. The answer is C. 5 years. Question: What are the three main types of industry in Canada? A. Natural resources manufacturing and services. B. Mining services and manufacturing. C. Oil tourism and manufacturing. D. Fishery tourism and services. The answer is A. Natural resources manufacturing and services. Question: Where do the English and French have equal status in Canada? A. In the workplace. B. In schools. C. In the Parliament of Canada. D. At the City Hall. The answer is C. In the Parliament of Canada. Question: Federal elections are carried out to elect which of the following? A. Premier. B. Prime Minister. C. Member of Parliament. D. Senator. The answer is C. Member of Parliament. Question. Which is Canada's largest city and main financial centre? A. Vancouver. B. Toronto. C. Montreal. D. Calgary. The answer is B. Toronto. Question. Which of the following governments provides publicly funded education? A. City government. B. Federal government. C. None of these. D. Provincial and territorial governments. The answer is D. Provincial and territorial governments. Question. Who was the first leader of a responsible government in Canada in 1849? A. Louis Riel. B. Sir John A. Macdonald. C. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. D. Alec Baldwin. The answer is C. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine.